Joe made that good point last week about the Burns unit, which I was unaware of, that it was, it was something really special. And once that died, that it was another impact, wasn't it? Obviously, fewer people are employed. It goes on. And that's an ancillary industry that I hadn't thought about, because obviously I thought about the man that makes the nuts and bolts for the works, the guy, all those sort of things just bit by bit, or the person, as you're saying, that runs a cafe down the road. It's
all the bolt-ons.
Sorry?
All the bolt-ons.
Very much so, yeah.
That's a bolt.
We said this morning, like the newspaper shops. I mean, when the buses came into concert 6 to 2, everybody went into Barrella's on the corner and they got a paper and a packet of tabs and a few sweets, and they walked down to the company. And I mean, that was hundreds and hundreds of people bought newspapers in concert at 6 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning.
It was just coming up through the Black Hill.
Everybody called it.
I remember when I was a young kid, my cousin had the Sunday paper business. We used to stand by the fitting shop entrance with the Sunday papers, and the men used to get the Sunday papers off us as they went into work.
Even the buses. The buses were chock-a-block running up and down to concert from Moorside and Black Hill and what have you. All with workers.
They had papers like standing outside, didn't they?
Yeah.
I used to laugh when I was in electronics. I was in for about 4 months in Ancillary, and I used to change my daily paper every day. So I'd buy the Telegraph one day, the Mirror the next, and all that. And then my left hand I always had the Socialist Worker. And when you used to go into work, everybody used to say, "What are you doing with that rag?" And it was the Socialist Worker. Whatever you had in this hand, from the Observer to the Times to the Sun, nobody made comment yet. What are you doing with that rag? Have you read it? No. Funny, people are strange, Always pick on that one, but didn't matter what national newspaper you had in your hand.
Something to light the fire with.
Exactly.
So, do you live in Concert?
No, I live in Bridge Hill.
Oh, right.
Well, I was going to make a point there before. I was on about the newspapers and that. Well, I used to deliver the papers for Lough's at around down Valley Gardens and down Durham Road. Mrs. Lough used to go up to Black Hill Station, and the Sunday papers used to come in by rail. So then different ones would get their papers, and she'd send some up the company, for to deliver papers up there. But I mean, you could get anything you wanted in Black Hill. What, about 3 different tailors, which you're on about. We had Mortimer's. Who else was the other one you mentioned? Nick Dixon, wasn't it?
Dixon the tailor.
We had 2 or 3 fish shops. I used to work at J.K. Robson's. I started serving my time as a mechanic at J.K. Robson's, and I used to serve the petrol first thing in the morning, and also on a dinner time. And then dinner time, I mean, obviously you had the shifts, but you had the morning and dinner time, people coming home for their dinner. And sometimes you could just see a flood of people going across the zebra crossing there, just above Jakey's. And the paths would be chocker with people going up and down, to the company. You could get anything you wanted in Black Hill.
So it's the likes of Concert now. I mean, how many tailors was in Concert once upon a time? 4 or 5, something like that. I mean, I'm not saying it's the demise of the company that's closed them all. There was a few of them closed before the company went. But now, where the hell can you go for a suit? You've got to either go to the town.
We
can't
get shoes in Concert.
No.
Unless you go to Matland.
I mean, we were just on the other day, there was 3 banks in Black Hill as well. I mean, they're closing down left, right and centre, but there was 3 in Black Hill. There was Barclays just below Priest's Fish Shop, and there was a one where the Faulty Towers is, that was the Martins Bank or Midlands Bank.
Midlands.
Yeah.
And Shirley had 2.
One got robbed.
Right, broke on a bike.
He went away with a bike, didn't he? Found him along the river.
He got caught at Low Waskley. He didn't get very far.
He looked back before he started pedalling, so they knew it was him,
I mean, when you go across the river from the bank, it's like a hill up like that to get away, and he had to do that. Oh, well, that was just another episode in the life of Black Hill and that, isn't it? Yeah. That's I mean, all them characters, as I said a few weeks back, you haven't got any characters now.
No.
Every club had a character, every pub had a character. every shop up in the company had a character. But you don't see none of that now. You not like that. You know? Lying in the club on a New Year's Day, something like that. Can't move. You know, them sort of people, like, because they're all getting, you know, especially them that wasn't working. You get yourself a pint, you know. Everyone.
Matty Scott getting a taxi from the Crown Cross.
I actually got his little win.
He got his little win, got the
Got his little win, he got the taxi. Straight across the road, from the Crown Cross Road to the club. He got the taxi down because he was into money. Just across the road. Brilliant.